allowing me to speak and for extending the time. I'll pretend like I'm from the north and speak as quickly as I can. My name is Leticia Aguero. I'm the Secretary of the Board of Directors for the Eagle Lake Phase 1 Subdivision Homeowners Association, which is located here in Osceola County. But today I'm not here as a representative of the Homeowners Association. I'm here as a homeowner and as a citizen. I began noticing irregularities in the functioning of the association in late 2014. A director had been elected in an annual meeting in July of 2014, and soon after that election, she had been appointed to the office of the President of the Board of Directors. Not long after her appointment, existing vendor contracts had been canceled, and new vendor contracts were signed many times without board approval. Although the contracted vendors' invoices and operating expenses were paid by the management company from an operating account that they controlled, the association also maintained 5 bank accounts with a combined balance in excess of $250,000. The then president of the board of directors filed false claims with the bank and where the association accounts were held, and was able to gain sole access to all 5 of those accounts. She, with the board approval, closed 2 of the reserve accounts, and those funds were commingled with the general funds, which she had sole control. In 2014 and 2015, audits were not able to be completed because she failed to provide the bank statement to the management company. I and other homeowners at the time made several official records requests to the association. We were met with hostility, harassment, bullying, and innuendo by the president. She refused to provide any of the required documents and defied the Florida statute by not maintaining the documents as required in 720.303. I've contacted the DPR on 4 different occasions and been told all 4 times that they cannot be of any service to me because they only deal with HOA elections.
Elections?
Yes, they only oversee election disputes and recalls. Basically, when I was elected to the board of directors in July of 2016, those bank accounts held $3,000. The president of the board had spent over $245,000 on frivolous. It took me over 3 years, well, over 2 years, to gather documents together to prove that what she did with the money. I actually had to go as the secretary of the board of directors to go to the banks. I was not able to get any documentation from the president, from the management company, or from the association's attorney, who actually told me that they could not give me what they did not have.
Are you alleging there's any kind of misappropriation or fraud or?
I am alleging fraud in that she misrepresented herself to the banks as a member of the board that in an office that she did not hold.
Have you spoken with the state attorney?
I have taken this to the state attorney will not even speak to anyone unless it's presented to them by law enforcement. I have been to the sheriff's office 3 different times with different evidence, and the moment I mention HOA, I'm told that's a civil matter, you have to get an attorney.
Okay, we're going to run out of time here. Now, there's a couple more people I don't understand, so we'll just have to get somebody to follow up with you. Where are you in the county?
Oh, I'm on Pleasant Hill Road.
Okay. Somebody here is going to have to follow up with you and try to get more information to see if there's something that can be done or needs to be done, because I don't know how things work over here. I didn't realize that the state attorney, you can only speak through law enforcement because they are law enforcement. But I don't know. I guess that's...
Yeah, I think what the issue is that it almost seems to not be clear that it's a crime. And the question I was going to ask you, because this was my intent in the 2013 HOA reform, was trying to hold board members to a higher standard. From what I'm hearing today, specifically from your case, it seems like it needs to go deeper in specifically to board members that have access to bank accounts. Is that a fair statement of saying that those members should be held to a higher standard and maybe even have some liability and requirement?
I think all board members should be held to a higher standard, and that would include myself. However, the issue becomes she was able, through manipulation of the other board members and through misappropriation and misrepresentation, to access bank accounts that she should never have had access to.
So if
That
there's
should have been.
criminal penalties, and I don't mean to interrupt.
I would hope that there would be, but I can't get anywhere to find out. So,
Okay, we'll figure out how to follow up.
okay, I have spoken
among-
with Representative Cortez previously, so I would be happy.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Senator
Chair.
Cortez.
But you do have two new elected officials, one in the sheriff's department and one in the state attorney's office. I would encourage you to follow up with them as well.
Okay,
You know, just like Representative La Rosa said, you know, misappropriation of funds, accountability. You know, you have a board. I don't know what the system is, but I usually know that you would need like 3 signatures, or, you know, to balance who's getting and what you're paying and what you're using the money. So I would
Right.
encourage you to reach out to them. But besides what the chair said, we will also work on that.
all right, thank you.
Representative Cortez?
Well, that's the whole idea of the reform that I'm asking in the 2 bills that I got. One on the elections, because they can't get anywhere, the elections, and the other one is with the arbitration, because, like she has, they're not getting anywhere because they can't even file criminal acts against, even with the RICO Act, because nothing can get done because HOAs are not included. Everything is for condominiums and everything else, and I was trying to get the bill with La Rosa last time to get 718 to 720 so we can do something. So hopefully these 2 bills, you guys will support me, and we can get something started, something there, baby steps, and get something done.